We're back with another episode of the Road to the Hall of Fame, and it's going okay, I suppose. It's not going that well, I'll be honest. It's, to be fair, first year in Championship. This team should not be in the Championship. It's going alright though. We're enjoying the tough season so far. We're enjoying it, I suppose, to a degree. So basically, transfers. What's happened since I last saw you? We can do free transfers. So we brought in this crafty young 19-year-old Brazilian. He looks like a really clever signing. 15 tackling, 13 marking already. I like his heading at 14. He's pretty solid. He's pretty solid to start off with. I mean, he's out on loan at the minute, but I can't complain. I really can't complain with him. We're not paying him much. Literally, feck all. His potential is expected to be a key first team player, which is nice, and it's good to have a young defender in like that for the future. And Jordan Garcia Calvet, he's a Belgian. He literally popped up on my screen. I was like, we need a bit more cover in this position. Okay, he's no world beater, but as cover goes, he's not too bad. And for his wages, he's probably pretty much the only one I could get. And his value's not terrible, so quite easily could probably just sell him on. I think he's only got a year's contract as well, so it's not end of the world. Fixtures. How's our schedule been going? When did I see you last time? We were 4 games in, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't show you any of them. I can't remember that anyway. But we got knocked out by our counter rivals 4-1 QPR. The Capital One Cup. QPR have got an unbelievable squad on this game. I don't know how they've managed to get so plucky and just pull a squad out like they've got, but hey, fuck it, go for it, QPR. As long as they're feeding us players, I'm not too unhappy. But you see, it's just a rolling run of draws to start off with. Another draw here against Blackburn, 1-1, Joe Welsh, and we were scoring, but conceding too much. I mean, look at that, Pablo, and that, we went 2 up, and we couldn't close out the game. That's been a big problem. So they'll score in a Zemalan. Brighton, again, 3-3. Couldn't close out the game. Victor Nietzsche being Sam Baldock, 81 minute and 90+1. It's not good enough. Need to be closing out the games, but Sordell there with 2. But look at that, 3 injuries in one game as well. Injuries are a killer on this. Sordell again scoring and Kyle Kopp. So Sordell's been the best striker so far. But our first win did actually come against Wigan, which I weren't expecting, because Wigan is not an easy game. Them drew to Middlesbrough, Kyle Kopp scoring in the 9th minute, and Bradley Fuster scoring for them. Weren't impressed. We then lost 2-0 to Peterborough. And Peterborough was a game I thought we might win. Michael Gerdine gets sent off right at the end of the game, which was frustrating, but we just played poor. Played really poor. We lost 1-0 to Derby, who have an unbelievable squad. I can take that on the chin. 3-1 to Brentford. Again, not too happy about that, because they had a player sent off and we went for it then once they had the player sent off. But they just carried on scoring. We managed to, what I thought was, get back into it, but then we just couldn't produce another goal, and Jelavic scored in the 83rd minute. Aston Villa, we lost 5-1. Yeah, this was a bit gutting, because 2 of them were on goals by 2 of our defenders. We started off scoring really early on with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who started to pick up his form, but it just got awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aston Villa have an unbelievable squad for the Championship, especially compared to ours. 1 or 2 of those dead players could probably buy our squad. I mean, what's a Wellenhor? Okay, old. That's what he is. But they've got a really good squad of Villa. Sure they do. It was tough to play against. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are unhappy because I think they've just gone down, but people like Chadley there, I mean, 7.5 million, you sell Chadley, that's you buy our squad twice over. Adam Lallana, they've got some good players in that squad, and it just made for a tough time. and not a very fun time. But recently picked up our second win in the league against Barnsley, which I'm happy about because, you know, De Koning scores and Loftus-Cheek scores, who are two of my bright future youngsters, I suppose you could say. Jay Simpson scored for them. I thought it was offside. Apparently it wasn't, but it fucking was. Anyway, but, you know, two of my future stars, De Koning, back from injury, hopefully going to start picking up form and getting back into the squad again. He's already improving in star rating year on year, and hopefully we need to keep him fit now, though, and injury free. And Loftus-Cheek as well, having a good season, you know, having a very good season. He's got great potential in the game. He's a good midfielder, and I'm happy to have him. Squad, let's just have a quick look at the squad. Look at the average rating. So Loftus-Cheek at the minute, obviously he's really starting to perform, which is you know, great news. And De Koning as well back in the team. Hopefully he can start banging in the goals. Sodell's had an okay season so far. The whole squad's playing okay to a degree. It's not a strong squad, and as you can imagine, it's the kind of squad that's going to struggle in this league. We are 22nd. We are in the relegation zone, but 14 points. Another win would take us 15th. So it's not, you know, ideally it's not the greatest situation, but I expected to be in a battle, if that makes sense. I definitely expected to be in a relegation battle this year, so we'll just have to see how it goes, and hopefully in the next episode I'll be bringing you us more mid-table. I mean, if we can sustain this for a couple of seasons, it'd be nice, but it's saying we're going to be projected balances in the red. I can't see how that can happen. This should surely be financially a better year for us, but I don't know if we're making some wrong moves somewhere. I'm not sure. We have just completed the expansion of the stadium, so we're not actually paying any extra money or anything now, so hopefully, you know, this this picks up. It's projecting though that our transfer budget will be 639k. With a balance in the red, I don't know if that's going to be true. We're going to need some funding at some point. We can't just keep on going the way we're going, whether it means we sell a player. I mean, who's our biggest general info? So Pereira would be someone who we got the most money for. Who maybe even now in January I may look to sell, because it sounds awful, but he's not doing the job. He's been injured far too much, and his injuries are really affecting the squad. £1 million would give me, you know, a lot of ability to move and make some changes. He's a good player, and I would love to keep him. But if we look at from his starting season, 18 appearances and 9, and that's a full season. We could only get 18 appearances out of him. Now we've managed to get 13 out of him this season so far, with 4 assists, but he's certainly not been as good as since he came back from being injured. We'll wait it out and see, because he's still young, isn't he? I mean, he's still only 21, and he definitely is the best player in the squad. He's just not performing like the best player in the squad at the minute, which is a bit frustrating. I'm hoping we can keep hold of all the rest of our players, because as you can see, if you're looking at the players on the white, we don't actually own a lot of our own players. A lot of players are loaned, so it is really tough when you're working with a squad that's just got financial ability like this, but hopefully it goes well. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next episode when hopefully we are out of that relegation zone. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.